Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Cait's Creative Space. I'm Cait, and today's video is going to be a fun one. Let me explain. Okay, so I'm sure by now you guys have heard about the 26 and 26 challenge, but if not, I'm going to explain it to you. Nicole over at Shire Shenanigans has posed a challenge for the diamond painting community of 26 and 26, meaning working on 26 whips in the year 2026. I'll have her channel and that video linked down below, but I know a lot of different people in the community have really grabbed onto this idea. A lot of people are excited to participate in it, and it's been so fun watching people's videos of what whips are doing, how they're kitting them all up, how they're managing 26 whips, their plans. It's so much fun. I would listen to people talk about their diamond painting plans all day long, and I've been able to with this new video. It's really spurring a lot of creativity in the community. However, I don't think that I am cut out for 26 whips because I have 4 whips right now, and I'm super overwhelmed by those 4 whips. So I was just like, it's just not for me. But then Michaela over at Michaela Renee also posted that she was not going to do this challenge, but she posted a really fun kind of hypothetical video where she was like, okay, I'm not doing the challenge, but if I was, these are the 26 kits that I would kit up. So I thought that that was a great idea. I'll have Michaela's channel linked down below too if you want to go check out her video. I thought that was a great idea, and I thought that's what I want to talk about. I was an excellent playing pretend type of child. I played pretend all the time. And so this sounds so up my alley to play pretend and figure out what 26 kits in time I would choose right now if I was going to kit up 26 whips. So I'm just working on this to give you guys a little background visual here rather than staring at my face for 20 minutes. But I'm going to have all these kits pictures popped up. So it's not like a true whip and chat. You're not going to see me whipping too much. But I thought this would be a better background for you guys. So let's talk about my hypothetical 26 kits for 2026. I think that this is going to be a fun video. I sat down, pulled up my gem slow, and was like, okay, what 26 kits would I want to work on? So the first 4 are obvious. They're my current whips, and it's up to interpretation if you want to include your current whips, or if it's just new whips, or just whips that you started in 2026, or you can kind of interpret it loosely, especially since this is hypothetical for me. I am including my whips because I started them all this year, so I feel like that it would count for the 26 and 26. Okay, so the 4 whips that I'm working on currently are this kit right here, which is Flower Shop by Mrs. Butterdee. This kit I only actually have started a couple weeks ago, I feel like, and I'm only on the 3rd row. So it's a round drill kit. It's one of my favorite kits, and it would definitely be pulled into 26 and 26. The next kit is Magic Arcades. That's by Miss Holly. I'm working on that as a buddy painting with my friend Courtney, and that's been a lot of fun. That would fit in well with 26 or 26 because I only work on 2 sections of it a week. So it would be really easy to kind of have that as a carrying over whip that I wouldn't have to focus too much time on. The 3rd whip I would bring in is Magical Potions. That's another one that would be really easy to bring into the 26 for 26 challenge because I only do 1 potion a month. So I could continue to work on it once a month, and then focus on the other whips while I work on it. And then the last whip that I would bring in would be Magic House by the River, which that is a shining example of why I don't know if I could handle doing this challenge, because I want to get that one done so much. I'm 70% of the way done with it right now, and I really want to finish it. And after I finish this row, which is Flower Shop, I'll be going right back to that kit. So those are the 4 current whips that I would bring into this challenge. Next, let's talk about the next. So when I sat down and was like making my list, the next set of paintings are all ones that I have and am planning on kitting up this year for the Refresh Your Stash challenge. That challenge is being hosted by Lisette over at Lisette Crafts and Tells. I'll have her channel listed down below too if you're interested in checking her out. I think she is doing the 26 and 26 challenge as well, so it's kind of fun. The challenges really go well together because you can kit up all of your older kits for the Refresh Your Stash challenge and work on them as current whips. So that challenge is just working through your older stash, and I've really been committed to that challenge this year. So what I've been doing is kitting up one older kit for the first 10 months of the year. And then I was going to give myself the last couple months to just work on holiday kits that bring me joy. But I've already kind of fallen a little bit behind, and the 26 and 26 challenge would give me a chance to get all of those kits kitted up. My April kit so I've already worked on Yule and Little Baker. Those are my January and February Refresh Your Stash kits. I've already finished those, so those would not be included in the challenge. But March is Magic House by the River that I told you is a current whip. That's March's Refresh Your Stash challenge. That would be included. Then I would just go through and kit up the rest of the months. So I would kit up Wildflower Butterflies. That would be kit number 5 for the challenge, which I'm almost right now and non-hypothetical. I'm almost considering holding that one off just because I'm getting so behind on all my whips. But if I was doing the challenge, that wouldn't matter because it's not about finishing your whips. It's about just starting them. So I would kit up Wildflower Butterflies. I would also kit up Great Escape by Larry Jones. That is the one I'm planning on working on in June. Then, and I've been eager to work on that kit since that is part of my 10 most intimidating kits in my stash video that I filmed last year. I filmed that one and just talked about the 10 kits in my stash that really intimidate me, and that one was in it. And ever since I opened it up and looked at it, I've not intimidated by it anymore, and just having this I've just been so looking forward to getting that kit started since I did that video. So it would be cool. This challenge would be cool because you would be able to kit up and work on kits that you've been looking forward to. I have a lot of kits in here in this list that are kits that I've been looking forward to for a very long time, or artists that I've been collecting and loving for a long time that have never even worked on one of their kits. So that would be a cool way to be able to work on more kits and see more artists and things like that. And I better be careful because I might convince myself to actually do this challenge for real by the end of this video if I don't stop. So Great Escape by Larry Jones would be next on that. And then after that, my next month Refresh Your Stash kit was going to be I'm Here for the Food. That is a Mrs. Butterdee kit. That would be such a good one to do with multiple whips because the background color is going to be very intimidating. And I think that was actually on my intimidating kits list as well. The background color on that kit is just going to take me out. It's a lot of color blocking, and I'm not a huge fan of color blocking rounds. So that would definitely be a good one to have other whips going at the same time. After that would be Underwater by Bridget Ashwood. That one is so beautiful, and it's just one of my older kits that hasn't gotten the love and attention it deserves, and I thought it would be a fun one to do in the summer, but could definitely work on it all the time. That's the only problem with this challenge is I'm a seasonal diamond painter. I don't think I can work on Christmas kits unless it's a special occasion. Besides just at Christmas time, I'm definitely a very seasonal diamond painter, so that would make this challenge hard if I put a bunch of seasonal paintings in here. I don't think I have a lot of seasonal diamond paintings in here though. Okay, so we talked about Wildflower Butterflies, Great Escape, I'm Here for the Food, and then Underwater. Last is Old General Store. That was going to be my September Refresh Your Stash kit, and then that was it for the Refresh Your Stash kits I was planning on kitting up this year, so I wanted to include all of them in my challenge. Okay, and then after that, these are just kits that I looked through my Gems Flow and thought they looked fun, or they're kits that I've been looking forward to for a long time, or like I said, artists that I've been looking forward to doing one of their kits for a long time, and I had so much fun kind of picking out these kits. So Let's start with A Day's Journey. That is by Pixie Sticks or Cait over at Diamond Painting and Dr. Pepper. This is just a little mini landscape, and it's so beautiful and such fun artwork. And I have been really wanting to work on this ever since I picked it up. So that would be a good time to work on this kit. After that would be Autumn Letter by Ivy Dollamore. I'm hoping to get this kit done in the fall, which is why I included it in this list. Like I said, it would be hard to work on it now, but I could always do like one section of it to be included in the whips. Like as long as you do one section, it's considered an active whip, and then save it for when it gets a little bit cooler and less summertime. But yeah, that one's a fun one, and I like how small it is. That's Ivy Dollamore. I like the size on that one, and I like the artwork. I think it's a really cute one. So I tried to kind of do a bunch of variations of different sizes and rounds and squares. I think I have some good variation in here, and that was another good one that I thought of. Next would be Beachcomber's Bounty. This is by Amy Stewart. This one would qualify for Refresher Stash. Was not able to include all of my older kits in my year of Refresher Stash, so it was going to bleed into next year, and doing 26 projects would give me the chance to work on some of those older kits that I couldn't fit into this year. So Beachcomber's Bounty is another really beautiful kit that I've been wanting to work on, and I told myself at the beginning of this year, since I wasn't gonna have time to fit it in this year, I'd work on it next year, and so it was kind of a no-brainer to include it in the refresher, or in the 26 for 26 challenge. After that, we have Cozy Christmas Cottage by Tom Wood. Like I said, this is a seasonal one. This would be hard for me to work on, but I could just do one section to get it as an active whip and then come back to it later. But I got this kit last year, I think for Christmas in July. Diamond Art Club had a big Christmas in July release, and I have been thinking about this kit ever since then, and I think I really want to work on this kit this year. That's the one I kind of keep coming back to when I think about Christmas kits. Obviously that could change, but in the mood right now, it sounds really fun, so I threw that one on the list. The next one is Cozy Reading Nook by Brittany Keller. That is a new kit that I got from a new company called Pressed and Placed. I would love to work on that kit and check out Pressed and Placed. I've unboxed 2 of their kits on my channel, but I have yet to work on one, so that would give me a great opportunity to work on a Pressed and Placed kit. That one is square drills, and it's a pretty I'd say medium to big size, and it's a very gorgeous color palette, so it would be super fun to work on that kit this year. Let's see what's next on my list. Okay, the next one is Dragons at the Window. This is a Marigot Nasuli kit. I had to throw in a Marigot Nasuli. I've done one of her kits before, but I've really gotten a few of hers, and I thought it would be fun to include this one because it's a partial, and I've never really worked on a Diamond Art Club partial, and I thought it would be fun to have that included in this list to work on a partial, and that way I could have a Suli kit included, but not a giant one, because I did finish a giant Christmas one from Marigot Nasuli at the beginning of the year, and I'm not fully ready to do another giant room scene from her, so I thought this would be the perfect compromise, this cute little dragon scene that's actually a partial. Next is Dreams Are What You Make Them. This is a Disney kit, and I got this. This was actually 3 of these Disney themed landscapes came out on Black Friday last year. There's also a Tiana one and a Rapunzel one, and they are so gorgeous. This style of art is so up my alley and so beautiful, and I want them to release every single Disney landscape from every single movie. Sign me up for all of them. But ever since I got these at Black Friday, I have been itching to work on one, and they're nice because they're a really great size. I'm pretty sure they're like 22 by 22 or something like inches. I'll put up the regular dimensions for centimeters here, but they're great size point, and they're landscapes, which I've now super in love with landscapes right now. I'm in a very good landscape place, so I thought this would be so fun to combine landscapes with Disney. It's actually the only Disney kit I have on here, which I'm surprised. I probably could have picked another Disney one, but that's okay. That one is a fun one, and I was really excited to have that on here because I keep coming back to those landscapes, wanting to start one so badly, and that's the one I chose. Okay, I did A Day's Journey, Autumn Letter, Beachcomber's Bounty, Cozy Xmas Cottage. Just making sure we got them all. Okay, next is Fruit Shop by Maria Chetkareva. That is an Oraloa kit, and I wanted to add a couple different shops in here, and Maria Chetkareva is my favorite artist from Oraloa. I have so many of her kits, and I haven't worked on one yet this year, so I thought this would be a pretty one to add into the mix. I have a lot of her kits, to be honest with you, but I don't know, in this moment, that's the one that kind of stood out to me, and that's the whole point of this video, is to pick the kits that I'm feeling in the moment. So that is why I picked Fruit Shop. I just thought it was pretty. Okay, next is Horse Valley Farm. This is another one that could qualify for the Refresh Your Stash challenge, but I didn't have room to fit it in this year, so I was planning on working on it next year. Courtney over at Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend has worked on this one last year, and it was just really pretty when she worked on it. I thought it looked really pretty, so I've been looking forward to getting a chance to work on it. I just haven't had the time. Some of these kits are fun to say you're going to work on because there's so many kits that I would love to work on if I had the time. You know, there's just only so many hours in a day, and I think that's one of the beautiful things about this challenge, is you really can work on such a variety of kits that you've been wanting to. So I can't talk myself into working on this challenge though. Okay, it's a hypothetical video. Okay, so Horse Valley Farm, that's Abraham Hunter. And then next is Little Lizard Garden. I love this kit. I think it's so pretty, and I cannot wait to work on it. This is by Rose Catherine Kahn, and I don't think it's part of my Refresh Your Stash challenge. I think it's, do I have a treasure quest card for this one? Yeah, I think I do. So it's not technically part of Refresh Your Stash, but I don't care. It's such a pretty color palette. It's a gorgeous kit, and it would be so fun to work on. So I had to include that one in this list. Next is Lovebirds. This is an art by Julia. I almost worked on this art by Julia in January, this kit, because I think Natalie from Diet Coke and Diamonds and Michaela from Michaela Renee hosted an Art by Julia event, and I was going to participate, and it just didn't work out timing wise for me to start an Art by Julia kit. I'm trying to work on, older kits, the Refresh Your Stash challenge. So I didn't work on it in January, but this was the one I was going to work on. I own all of the Art by Julia kits, and I have never worked on one of them. And that is crazy to me. Like that I'm collecting this artist, and I absolutely love the artwork, so it's not that crazy, but I'm like, you've never even worked on one. That's crazy. So working on an Art by Julia was kind of a must when you're getting up 26 kits. It was coming down to which one I wanted to work on, and I went to this kit because there's a couple kitchen scenes, so I decided to pick one. And this is one like I said, I was going to work on in January and just didn't get it to work out. So I thought it would be fun to pull it into the challenge here. Next is Luna Lovegood. This is an older kit. I think it's just Warner Brothers Harry Potter. This is an older kit and would definitely qualify for Refresh Your Stash. The color blocking on this kit in the background would make me never want to do this kit by itself. I would have to have another whip going, or apparently 25 other whips going, in order to feel good about working on this one. And I really like it. I think there's a very similar Ron one and Hermione and a Harry Potter one that all are similar vibes to this one, but I don't own any of those. I only own the Luna one, and I just think it's really fun with all of the different things around her that have to do with her, and I just think it's really cute and it's really fun. Plus, it would qualify for the refresher stash, and it was one I wasn't going to work on this year, so it's kind of a bonus. Okay, next is Potion Room by the Gubu family. This is another artist that I've been collecting so many kits from and haven't worked on one. Now, there's not as many Gubu family kits as there is Art by Julia kits. I think there's only 3. There's Welcome to My Room, the Potion Room, and the Sweet Picnic. I think those are the only 3. Correct me if I'm wrong. But if you wait another couple weeks, I'm sure this video will get outdated because they're coming out with these kits really fast. So I did like a Mrs. Butterdee ranking, and like the next week a Mrs. Butterdee kit came out, and I was like, okay, my ranking's officially outdated already. But right now, as of today, I think there's only 3 Gubu family ones, and I have them all. But like I said, this is a perfect challenge to work on some of these artists that I've been really loving, to work on a kit. And the Potion Room one, I really want to work on. Now, this is a Halloween kit, so this would have to be another one that I would maybe do a couple squares of and then kind of hold it off a little bit. I just have a problem in my brain working on Halloween kits when it's hot outside. I just don't know if I can do it. So but it wouldn't have to wait that long, because it would be like I could work on it in like literally September. I don't know. But yeah, I love that one. The colors on it are stunning. The cute little characters on it are so much fun. And it's definitely one that I'm itching to work on, so it would be fun to start it up. Next would be Rainy Day Market by Nini Art. I just unboxed this one on my channel in a recent unboxing for the second time by accident. And when I pulled it out and laid it flat, I just thought it was so beautiful, and I really wanted to work on it. So when I was flipping through GemFlow, I was like, yeah, I really want to add this one in. It's such a good size point, and it's not too big. It's a pretty landscape. I love Paris. And I love that this one is a little bit of a different art style than what I can traditionally lean towards. I've been really practicing broadening my horizons when it comes to diamond painting subjects, finding new things to diamond paint, and that was a really good one that I really think would be pretty to diamond paint. Next is Springtime Blossom. This kit is from Sarah Mustafa from Diamond Art Club. I've never worked on a Sarah Mustafa kit. I actually only own 2. This one and Greek Princess. I think this one would be a little, I think they'd both be fun to work on, but I had to pick between the 2, obviously, so I picked this one. And I want to work on one, but I totally see myself falling in love and wanting to buy all the Sarah Mustafa kits, which I'm actually fine with. But I've been really wanting to work on a Sarah Mustafa kit and had to include her. A lot of her kits are kind of like Disney Princess inspired. I feel like this one's very Belle. Greek Princess is very like Meg from Hercules. And she's got some other really, really pretty ones. There's one she has that like pulls Mirabelle from Encanto. And I just love her art style, and I love her artwork. And I think that this would be a really pretty one to diamond paint. I'm pretty sure Diamond Paintings by Laura worked on this one and said it was like the perfect Sarah Mustafa kit to start with. And so I've always had it in my mind that I wanted to work on this one first. Okay, 2 left. One is Sweet Sticky Honey Shop by Tally Sketch. This is a Muni Made kit. I have never worked on a Muni Made kit. I purchased from Muni Made at Black Friday. I purchased 2 kits and have not worked on one because I've been refreshing my stash. So this would give me a chance to try Muni Made out, which I've been really wanting to do. I love the idea of working on this kit this year, especially because Natalie and Tiffani at Diet Coke and Diamonds and Diamonds at Tiffani. Sorry, my brain hurts trying to think of all these shop names or all these YouTube names. They host an event later in the summer called the Be Happy event, and the qualifications for that are to find a kit that has bees or makes you happy. And so obviously kits that make you happy is a very broad term, And so I was leaning more toward trying to find a bee themed kit for that event. And Sticky Sweet Honey Shop, obviously, it's very bee themed. I thought it'd be really fun to work on for that event. But once again, do I think I'm going to be able to work on it this year? I don't know. I just have so many other plans and so many other kits for Refresh Your Stash. And I'm already like so behind. But this would be a good way to be able to participate in that event. So that's why I picked this kit. And then last but not least is Witch's Greenhouse by Ivy Dollamore. There's a lot of Witch's Greenhouse kits. This one is an older one, but it's not old enough for me to be a Refresh Your Stash kit. I did get it when it was in newer packaging. But I don't know. I could work on it for the Ivy event that Michaela hosts. I think Michaela hosts that with Ashley from Messy Girl Crafts and Cara, the principal painter. So I could work on it for that. I think that literally happens in June, if I can remember correctly. I could work on it for that. And it's just a cuter image. And while it's not old enough to be in my Refresh Your Stash challenge, because it is the newer packaging for me, it's still in my mind an older kit because the artwork's been around for a very long time. So I think it is kind of in the grand scheme of things like older artwork, even though it's not necessarily an older kit, if that makes sense. So that would be kit number 26, I think. If I counted correctly, that would be 26 kits. And I think that I picked a good variety of rounds and squares, bigs and smalls, a couple different shops in there. I really have not purchased from a ton of shops. Most of my stash is Diamond Art Club, but I was able to get an Orlo in there and a press and place kit and a Muni made kit in there, which I thought would be nice. But yeah, those are my thoughts about 26 for 26. Unfortunately, I think I'm just going to be working on this challenge hypothetically and cheering on everybody who is working on it, which is kind of a shame because I'm absolutely loving watching everybody be so excited about this project and this challenge. And I love watching everybody, embrace new things. And it's just been really fun to see people excited about it. And peer pressure is real. I feel like if I had enough people like really wanting me to participate, I might cave in and do it. But as of right now, I think it's fun to watch on the sidelines and cheer people on. I'm already overwhelmed with my 4 whips and I haven't had a finish in a month. And I know this challenge is not about finishing, but when I go a month without a finish, I get so antsy to have something finished. And I just can't imagine having 26 kits. And I just feel like you would never finish anything, but I know that's not the point of the challenge. The point of the challenge is to start and to have the variety of artists, have the variety of kits to work on. And I know people are probably loving and enjoying it. I don't want to turn diamond painting stressful. I don't know. I could always kit up 2 more kits and do 6 for 26, which someone suggested doing that in Natalie and Michaela's book club. And I thought that was kind of a cute idea, doing like 6 and 26, which is just kind of a little stepping stone into this project. But I really like ending my year with all of my whips finished and kind of starting next year from scratch. And so I feel like the flip side of, you get to start all these kits and all these artists and you get to do all these things. But then I feel like next year you wouldn't really be able to kit up much at all because you already have so much going on that you have to work on. So I just don't know how long term I would feel about this challenge. And so I think I'm good cheering from the sidelines. And I think it's such a fun idea though. So I am always super tempted, but let me know down in the comments below if you think I should kit up 6 for 26 and kit up two new projects, which would not be too hard for me to do at all. Also let me know down in the comments, are you guys participating in this challenge? And if so, do you have your kits started and picked out already? Or are you just kind of like me and Michaela, where we're cheering on from the sidelines all our friends who are loving working on this challenge? Or how do we feel about it? How do we feel about this challenge? Let me know down below or on my Facebook group, which I will have linked down below, just a small little community of friends that love to chat on Facebook, and we kind of cheer each other on. I have had a couple people in the Facebook group tell me they are doing the 26 for 26, which I'm super excited for them and can't wait to cheer them on as they work on their kits. So let me know all the things down below, and if you enjoyed hearing my hypothetical list, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'd love to have you here. I make tons of diamond painting videos. I post usually 3 or 4 a week and have so much fun doing it. So we'd love to have you around if you'd like to stay. All right, guys, that's it for me today. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.